Okay, so this is really bad lighting, and I'm probably speaking really quiet. That's because it's Thanksgiving weekend. I'm home, and it is 11 o'clock at night. But I have a paper that I need to finish, so naturally, I decide that I need to make a video to get some thoughts out about my transition, even though that has nothing to do with my paper. Uh, there's a purring cat over there, so if you hear something moving, that would be that. It looks like I'm wearing clothing, but I'm really not. I'm sitting in my underwear. There's nothing under this. I just wanted to put something on for this video. My life is a mess right now. When I was starting hormones, a concern that I had was my voice, and I had read that some people were afraid of transitioning because they were afraid that they were never going to be able to sing again or that it wasn't going to come out right. And I read a lot about these concerns and I tried to do research on it. And initially, why I started this channel was because I wanted to keep updating about that. And so that's something that I wanted to talk about today. Just another reminder, not everybody transitions the same way. Not everybody's going to have the same experience. This just is what my experience was. I am currently a vocal minor. I'm going to switch to be a major. I started out as an alto too, and I am a baritone now. My voice is still changing. Don't quote me on this. I think somebody told me that it changes for like 6 months, and I'm currently 4.5. So it's probably going to keep going. It started pretty quickly, so I wouldn't be surprised if it kept going. I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't keep going. I am still able to sing. Now, when I first started and my voice was dropping like crazy, when it was cracking all the time, it felt like my range was like this. It felt like I was never going to be able to sing again. It was scary, and I was absolutely terrified that my voice was going to be this forever. But then my voice started settling more and it kept getting lower. I kept getting more comfortable with having a lower voice and singing with a lower voice, and I kept practicing. I did have a teacher that I was seeing so I could practice for auditions for colleges, and then I had to do another thing where I had to audition for the concert choir for my college after I got in. So she helped me prepare for that too. So I had things to practice, even though I wasn't necessarily in any vocal group at that time. I kept practicing because it's very good to know where your voice is at. And that is like you should always be practicing anyway, but especially when you're transitioning to practice singing in your new voice. As I kept practicing, I found that my range was extending more. I was able to sing like I was before. My falsetto started settling in. By then, I was in college, so my voice professor was able to help me work that out. I was still working it out, and I can sing. I know at one point I was a little concerned that my voice sounded raspy, and people were telling me that it sounded raspy. And I've heard other people in their transition, and at some points they sounded raspy, but they all cleared out. Like, none of them sound raspy anymore. I don't really sound raspy anymore. It was really interesting because when I auditioned for the college that I'm in now, I auditioned as an alto, and I did warn them that my voice might deepen, and they were very understanding. They knew that going in, and then I emailed them about it over the summer to keep them updated. And then when I went in for my concert choir audition, I reminded them about it again. And I said, hey, my voice has changed. I don't know what voice part I am right now, but I can sing this. And they were still very understanding about it. And they had me in the men's ensemble singing tenor too, and then my voice kept getting deeper, and so we're moving me down to baritone, and they're still very understanding. And I'm really glad that I have a college that's very cooperative with that and knows how to deal with those situations and also be discreet about it. Like, nobody has said anything to anybody else. Nobody's brought anything up about it unless I say something about it, which is really good because they're not going to out me to anybody. I practiced, I kept patient, and I'm developing falsetto, so even if I'm upset that I can't sing as high as I used to, I can always fake it. Everything always works out, you know? The way that I like to think about things now that I've gotten to college and I've calmed down a bit and I don't have to worry about everything all the time being right now is that you literally have the rest of your life to figure everything out. It's okay to take some time. Take it one day at a time. That's all you need to do. If you're having a tough day, just make it to the end of the day because then tomorrow will be a little better. And if it's not, maybe the next day. You have the rest of your life to figure everything out. You have the rest of your life to feel better, and you'll be happy when you get there. When you get to that place where you feel happy, where you feel like you belong, where you feel like everything's right. You have plenty of time to get there. Stay safe.